Your sermon was absolutely terrific, my dear. You really know how to capture the attention of the churchgoers.
Yes, I think I made a breakthrough for at least some of them. As stated in Judges 18:20, the priest was very pleased.
Yes, you definitely did. You also have to prepare the funeral of poor old Albert Jensen.
Yes, he was a good Christian. So God the Almighty has finally taken him back in mercy. He always attended the sermons. May his soul rest in peace. I should really move on. See you this evening, Louisa.
Jeg hedder Steven.
Jeg hedder Steven.
Hvad hedder du?
Hvad hedder du?
Do you mind if I offer you some feedback, Steven?
Yeah, of course.
You're really bad at this.
Well, thank you. You are such a kind teacher.
I just mean, it's been a few weeks and you always show up to my lessons half asleep. What's going on?
I don't know. I think I'm just not used to the time change yet.
That is a sorry excuse. I see you online at all hours a day and night. That's what really makes you so tired.
Well, I mean, I still have deadlines. And I take all my meetings New York time, which is probably something I should have thought about before I decided to live on the other side of the country for a year.
Oh, do you like it here?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone's super friendly.
So why do you even need to learn Danish, Steven? We all speak English, you know?
I know. I just want to know what they're saying about me when they don't. I would feel a lot better if I was just a little more connected to the culture, you know? I'm sorry. I'm being stupid. Let's go.
It's okay. Jeg hedder Steven.
Jeg hedder Steven.
Hvad hedder du?
Hvad hedder du?
Excellent. That's good progress, Steven.
Louisa, how are you doing today? Hi Rebecca, how's it going? Great, I just finished classes for today. Danish really is a challenge for some of my students. In time they will learn it. If they pay attention. Oh, I love our daily conversations. Eric is so occupied with the church all the time. I tell you, sometimes I wonder if he married me or the church. Well, I assume he really is engaged in the church, not with the church, right? Haha, very funny sis. No, seriously. You know he loves you and the boys. How are my nephews doing, by the way? Oh, they're doing very well, thank you. They're in the daycare, you know. Sure, when will we see you again? I was just thinking, now that you work part-time, we should meet more often. I have the day off this Friday. love to meet, really. I miss you and the boys. We miss you too. So? We have a funeral to preside over. Oh, I see. That's too bad, really. He was old. Couldn't he have chosen another day to die? Rebecca? What? You can't say such a thing. If Eric heard that... Then what? He doesn't have any sense of humor anyway. That's not funny. Fine. Sorry. Do you think he will accept my apology? Rebecca, he's dead. Oh, come on, sis. You need to have fun, to laugh, to live. Like you used to before. Before Eric got so involved with the church. Yes. Yes? What is the matter with him? You're a psychologist. Can't you change his mind? I even tried to drag him out of the church. But no, he has changed. It's almost like he's obsessed with the church. I mean, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your work, religion, duties. I think he overdoes it. What? Yes. You're not happy, I can tell. I am your sister. You can't hide it from me. I never could hide anything from you. Not even my diary. You know me too well. Oh, that reminds me. Yesterday after we spoke, I visited Mom and Dad. And you know what I found? I found your old letters from back when you and Eric first met. No, they kept them? Every single one. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, time flies. I have to pick up the little ones. I'll call you tomorrow after work, okay? Sure. Looking forward to hear about your day, as usual. Kiss you and Nathan from Osredkar. Bye.
Good morning, Stephen.
Mr. Lucas, what's up?
That's what I'd like to know. Good work on your recent articles.
Thank you, Mr. Lucas. It's a cool little place here.
I think we should be doing more interviews with the locals, you know, elderly people.
I assume we means me?
Bravo. We're doing a theme on immigration this month, and I want you to find the oldest people in town because they might have some really interesting untold stories.
Okay.
I want us to get their personal stories, and knowing the language would be good.
That means we should learn Danish?
No, just you, Stephen.
Right.
I'm not expecting you to be fluent or anything, but you need to gain their trust.
Gain their trust.
Yes, you have to learn to talk to them.
We could hire an interpreter.
No, it's so impersonal. People won't tell you their full stories that way. I expect your new article no later than Friday.
This Friday.
Yes, it has to be for the August edition.
But
I'm sure you'll work that out. Gotta go. Bye.
Papa?
No, Theo. Papa's not home today either.
Why not?
Nathan, Papa is very busy.
Papa home?
will tell Papa to come home soon.
That's me, Papa.
As for now, we should be packing your bags for St. Abraham's.
And as written in John 5:25, the time is coming and has now come when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live.
We should try the more formal greeting, good day.
Good day.
You have to put a little more effort into this, like softer. Good day.
Good day.
Very well spoken, Stephen. Excellent.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Tack.
Perfect. This is progress, Stephen. Very well spoken.
Til glæde me at møde dig. Til glæde me at møde dig. Til glæde me at møde dig.
Stephen, are you on your way or what?
What?
Don't tell me you forgot.
Oh shit. Oh,
The day date we planned for days.
that was today?
Yes.
I'm so sorry, I completely forgot. I've just been so busy studying this Danish vocab lesson.
Danish? You're learning Danish? Why would anyone waste their time learning that language?
Crazy. Do you know how many ways they have of saying hello?
Hello? Louisa? Louisa? Why doesn't she pick up her phone? What's going on?
As stated in Deuteronomy 32:4, He is the rock. His works are perfect, and all his ways are just. A faithful God, who does no wrong. Upright and just is he.
Hello.
Good evening, Rebecca.
Good evening, Eric.
What a pleasant surprise.
Yes, well,
How are you doing, Rebecca?
fine, I suppose. Thanks for asking.
What will be the pleasure of your call?
Can I speak to Louisa?
Louisa? Yes, she's not home.
What? Where is she? She was supposed to call me yesterday and she did not. She's not picking up her phone either. It's nothing like her.
The priest is to make atonement before the Lord for the one who erred by sinning unintentionally. And when atonement has been made, that person will be forgiven.
What?
Numbers 15:28, Rebecca. Louisa is not here. Now, if you would excuse me, I have a funeral to prepare.
But... Where's Louisa? Something is not right here.
Officer Gibbs here.
I would like to report my sister missing.
Hold on. Your name?
My name is Rebecca Skovlund, and my sister Louisa is missing. I cannot reach her, and she's not home.
I see. When was the last time you heard from your sister, Miss Skovlund?
That was yesterday morning.
Well, you can't have a person missing unless it's been 48 hours.
But she's nowhere to be found.
Listen, people tend to show up in less than 48 hours. That's why we have this rule.
But this isn't like Louisa at all. I can always get in touch with her. She has a mother, she has children. What am I supposed to do?
Wait. Make yourself a nice cup of coffee and you wait.
But
Goodbye.
Morning, Rebecca.
good morning.
You're not gonna make me say it in Danish?
What? Oh, yeah, yes, sure.
I practiced my greetings.
Great.
What's up? Is everything all right?
Hmm?
Air out okay?
Well spoken, Stephen.
Is everything okay?
Well, I'm not really sure. You see, my sister, she's not answering my calls, and nor is she calling me back.
Maybe her phone is broken?
I feel that something's happened to her.
Well, what makes you think that? Just because she doesn't pick up the phone doesn't mean something necessarily happened to her.
I cannot get in contact with her. I haven't spoken to her since the day before yesterday, and that is nothing like her.
Can you just visit her?
No, her husband, the priest, says that she's not home. She would never leave Theo and Nathan.
Theo and Nathan?
Her sons, my nephews, they're adorable little children.
Ah. Well, she has children. Maybe she needs a vacation.
Without telling me, and without her sons, they're only 2 and 4 years old.
That does seem a bit odd. Could she be visiting family, or maybe something to do with her job, or?
No. And you know what? The police said they can't do anything for 48 hours.
Huh. Well, maybe her phone is broken and she's gonna have it fixed.
I don't know, it's strange.
Louisa. As stated in Samuel 26:23, the Lord rewards everyone for their righteousness and faithfulness. The Lord delivered you into my hands today.
Hi, Mr. Lucas.
Good morning, Stephen. Hope it's not too early for you.
No. Oh, no. It's fine.
How are the interviews with the elderly people going?
Well, actually, I think there's a more interesting story. There's a missing person.
Missing person? No, we're not that kind of publication. I'm more interested in the history of the place, the people who immigrated there, what the seniors went through to make it in America.
But that could be the most interesting story.
We're not a gossip rag, Stephen.
Mr. Lucas, that's not what I meant.
We're not playing Sherlock Holmes here. You understand, Stephen? I want to see articles with interviews very soon. Progress, Stephen, progress.
Yeah, sure.
It's all about reaching as many people as possible with these pieces of personal stories, told by the ones that witness history itself.
But a missing person, a
Stephen,
mother of two, it would sell.
people disappear every day and show up the next day, Stephen.
All right.
And the Danish, have we learned enough Danish to have a meaningful conversation yet, Stephen?
Well, Danish is a
You don't need
really
a doctorate in Danish. Just a few polite sentences. I'm sure we can do that, can't we?
yeah, sure.
Well, gotta go. Bye.
Come on, Louisa, pick up your phone. Hello? Hello? Louisa? Stupid answering machine.
Arthur speaking.
Good evening, Dad. How are you doing?
Rebecca, good evening. I'm doing well, thank you. I was just reading that book you gave me. How are you?
I'm glad you like it. I'm doing fine, thank you. Dad, have you spoken to Louisa recently?
Louisa, no. Now that you mention it, it's been a while since I talked to her.
Do you remember when you last spoke to her?
No, I wrote it down somewhere. It's a few days ago. Yep, it was 2 days before yesterday.
Did she mention anything about going somewhere?
No, she just said she was going to take Nathan and Theo up to St. Abraham's camp for about 3 weeks or so.
The Bible camp? But they're so young.
Well, yes, I guess you could call it that, a Bible camp. They learn lots of good things there, and they have lots of fun, just like you and Louisa did.
I didn't go there, Dad.
Oh, yes, your sister did.
Yes, that's where she and Eric met.
Was it? Yes, that's where it was.
It's late, Dad. You should go to bed. Say hi to Mom from me. I'll call you tomorrow.
Bye, Rebecca.
Bye.
People are worried about you and Louisa, Father Eric. It's been days since Louisa was last seen, and no one seems to be able to reach her. Is she all right?
Since you cannot do this very little thing, why do you worry about the rest?
I recall that as being Luke 12:26. But where is she, Father Eric? Her presence is being missed in the church.
And the angel of the Lord disappeared, as stated in Judges 6:21. She isn't here, Father Noah.
She's disappeared? Have the police been notified yet, Father Eric? We have to find her.
Come on, answer the phone. Just answer that phone, Louisa.
Where do I find even one elderly person who wants to tell me their story? Maybe Rebecca knows someone.
Hello?
Rebecca, what a joyous surprise. How do you do?
I don't know. Where's Louisa?
The tongue also is a fire, a world of evil among the parts of the body. It corrupts the whole body, sets the whole course of one's life on fire by hell.
What? What are you talking about?
James 3:6. Rebecca, did you ever study the Bible?
Why would I ever want to? I mean, how do you do, Father Eric?
Then the devil left him, and angels came and attended him. Matthew 4:11. I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking, ever so kindly.
Father Eric, where is my sister?
She left us. Forever.
What? Why would you say such a thing?
I found her letter.
What?
Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own.
What?
Matthew 6:34. Louisa has left us. I have the letter she wrote here. Now, fear the Lord and serve him with all faithfulness.
I have to go now. Goodbye, Father Eric.
Joshua 24:14.
Hey Steve, what's up? How's the writing going?
Where do I find even one elderly person who wants to tell the story of their life to a simple American tourist?
You're a little discouraged. I thought your boss gave you an interesting task.
It was supposed to be interesting. But you know what I want to write about? There's a missing person who vanished from this very town.
Okay.
Well, that is interesting. That is exciting. That's what I should be writing about.
Then go for it.
Well, I tried, but the boss is of the opinion that it's just a waste of print.
Well, how much do you know about this missing person?
Well, she's the sister of my Danish teacher. She has 2 sons. She was married to the town priest. Then she just disappeared all of a sudden.
Wait a minute, the priest's wife?
Yeah?
I would concentrate on the priest. He's an interesting person. Plus, he's going to know all the people of the town, so he'll know all the stories.
Yeah. Yeah, you know
So
what,
you
David?
can-
You're onto something.
I mean, if you do the interview with the priest, you publish the article,
Yes.
made the boss happy.
You know what? That you're absolutely right. That is an awesome idea. Thank you.
Anytime, bro. Just do it. Do your thing.
Yet, Lord my God, give attention to your servant's prayer and his plea for mercy. Hear the cry and the prayer that your servant is praying in your presence, as stated in Chronicles 6:19. I must be the one to inform the police. Hello? I would like to report a missing person.
Hello, this is Officer Gibbs.
This is Father Eric speaking.
Father Eric, what can we do for you?
I would like to report a missing person. My dear wife, Louisa.
Your wife is missing, Father? I'm so sorry to hear that. Don't worry, we'll do whatever we can to find Louisa.
Rise up. The matter is in your hands. We will support you. So take courage and do it.
I beg your pardon, Father?
Ezra 7:10.
Well, the Bible, of course, of course. Now, I have to ask you some questions, Father.
By all means, Mr. Gibbs.
When was the last time you saw your wife, Father?
That was Thursday morning when I went to the church to prepare for Mass. I think she might have gone to the doctor as she had been complaining about a severe headache.
All right, and how would you describe your relationship? Could Louisa have been upset?
Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions.
I beg your pardon?
Because ISD's 710. Everything was perfectly fine. No idea why Louise would be leaving.
Right, so you believe she left her home?
Indeed, yes. She isn't here, and her sister, Rebecca, has called us several times to ask about her.
I see. It is now 4 days since you last saw your wife, correct?
Yes.
And why did you not report her missing earlier?
I wasn't aware of her disappearance until recently, as I'd been preparing for a funeral. I had to bring our son, Mr. Samarkand.
I see. Right.
Our Father, the Creator of heaven and earth, I cry out to you on behalf of our dear Louisa Gottlieb, who is missing. I await patiently her safe return. Please, watch out over her, so that she may be found in good health. Amen.
Come on. Where is Louisa? I will call the police. They have to do something. Hello, I would like to report my sister missing. She hasn't been seen nor heard from in days. You have to do something.
Calm down. Who are you?
Skovlund. Now my sister is missing, and I...
Just a minute. What is the full name of your sister? When was the last time you heard from your sister?
Her name is Louisa Skovlund. I mean, Louisa Gottlieb. She's married to Father Eric.
Louisa Gottlieb? Yes, we are aware of someone like that who is...
You are? Who else reported her missing?
I'm the one who asked questions here, Miss Skovlund. And yes, your sister has already been reported missing.
Now, when was the last time you heard from Louisa?
That was 4 days ago, and her weird husband is...
You mean Father Eric?
The priest?
Yes. I mean, he's just strange, isn't he?
He is a priest, for God's sake. What did you expect him to do? Swear?
No! I mean, of course not. But...
Then what?
I don't know. I just want my sister to be found.
Of course. Now, could you perhaps provide me with some information?
Yes, I spoke to my sister on the phone 4 days ago, and I haven't heard from her ever since, and that is nothing like her. She has 2 little sons.
How would you describe her mood on the day you spoke to her? Was she depressed, or was there any indication that she might want to leave?
She sounded as she usually does, busy, and she had a funeral to prepare. And she was busy at work too, but...
But?
She was just a bit annoyed with Father Eric being so occupied with the church. And she thought he had changed.
The story of a small Danish village as told by the priest. Now I just need to interview the priest. Mr. Lucas will be happy. I can investigate a little on my own. Maybe Rebecca will help with that.
and as stated in Deuteronomy 7:9, know therefore that the Lord our God is God. He is the faithful God, keeping a covenant of love to 1,000 generations of those who love him and keep his commandments. Let us all pray.
Hej Rebecca. Hvordan går det?
Steven, det går godt, tak. Hvordan går det med dig?
Det går godt.
Great work. What a progress, Steven. You have been practicing, I can tell.
Thank you. No. Talk.
Impressive. Now you're ready to open a conversation with the elderly people.
Yeah, about that. I was actually thinking about having a conversation with the town priest.
The priest? Father Eric? Are you serious?
Well, yeah, if anyone knows what went on in the old days, it's got to be him.
But he's so weird. I mean, eccentric. Rather eccentric.
So what? It could make for an interesting subject.
If you say so.
Any news on your sister?
No. That is so strange, and I don't like it. She's been reported missing to the police too. And she's married to Father Eric, you know?
I did know that.
Oh, I told you that, right? Well, it's just nothing like her to simply disappear without leaving a trace, without telling me.
She didn't leave any clues as to where she might have gone?
No. Yes, Father Eric told me about a letter, but I don't think she would.
You don't think she would write a letter?
It just seems strange to me.
Have you seen the letter?
No, I have not. I want to see that letter.
Well, I don't see why you couldn't.
Oh, I didn't tell the police about the letter. I should call them right away.
All right, sure. We'll catch up later. I've got a few calls to make myself.
Sure.
Good afternoon, Father Eric. I was just calling to find out if there was any news about our dear Louisa. I've been praying for her.
Good afternoon, Father Noah. No, there is no news. She's gone. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much.
And whoever is dishonest with very little can also be dishonest with much.
Luke 16:10.
Mr. Lucas, how can I help you?
Stephen, I called to check on your articles.
About those?
Well?
I have found a very interesting person. Unfortunately, he's rather busy.
Now you're talking, Stephen. Who is this interesting person? A local? A World War II survivor?
No, he's the town priest.
I see. And we believe he's interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely. He knows everything going on in this town. He knows everyone. He's one of the most well-respected and trusted men in town.
I see.
So I was wondering if it might be possible to move the deadline just a little bit.
Move the deadline?
Just a little bit.
I expect something extraordinary. We can't let our readers down, right? We have a responsibility here.
Yeah, of course. Nothing but the best for our readers, and they won't be disappointed.
How much time do you need, Stephen?
How about a week?
A week?
A few days?
4 days, Stephen, and that's it. We should get back to work. Bye, Stephen.
Officer Gibbs here.
Hello, this is Rebecca Skovlund. Are there any news on Louisa?
Miss Skovlund, no, we're doing all we can to find your sister.
I remembered something Father Eric said on the phone when I asked him about my sister.
Yes?
Father Eric said that Louisa left a letter and that she will never return.
A letter? Louisa left a letter, you say?
Yes, and that is nothing like her. I haven't even seen her letter yet. But you see, Louisa was left-handed.
I see. Thank you for the information, Miss Skovlund.
Are you going to check up on that soon? I can easily recognize my sister's handwriting, you know.
Yes, we'll check this out.
I could join you.
No, absolutely not. No way.
But I can help you.
This is police work. We cannot allow a private citizen to interfere.
It's my sister. My sister. I want to find her.
I understand, but you must allow us to conduct the investigation properly.
Fine. Will you inform me once there are any news regarding my sister?
Of course. And goodbye, Miss Skovlund. Now, Officer Gibbs here.
So if I'm doing this then?
Yeah, I'm sorry my schedule's been such a mess.
Nonsense. I can't remember the last time I sat down to have a meal without it being on a styrofoam tray.
You got that right.
That's the problem with breaking news. It kind of just never stops.
Yeah.
What's up with you? You still thinking about that story?
Yeah, I haven't ever really stopped.
That's a good thing then. It means it's worth pursuing.
I just think it could really be a chance to prove something, you know?
Yeah. Let's not forget about the people whose lives it involves.
How'd you do it?
Do what?
The accolades, the awards, the invitation to the freaking White House. How do I get that story?
I don't know how to answer that. Oh, it just sort of just happens. That's the thing with news. It just happens.
Well, you must have a tip or something. I mean, for God's sake, man, we graduated from the same school and I'm out here writing fluff.
Just don't give up. Oh, and be ruthless.
Hello, Rebecca Skovlund here. I need to talk to Officer Gibbs. Of course it's important.
Officer Gibbs here.
I forgot to tell you something, and it's of uttermost importance.
Yes? Regarding the case of Louisa Gottlieb, I assume?
Yes, that Father Eric said that Louisa has left us forever.
What? When did he say that?
Right before he told me about the letter.
I see.
Are there any news regarding my sister?
Not yet.
I still think I could be of help.
No, no way.
So what are you going to do now? I don't see you doing anything to find my missing sister.
Miss Skovlund, would you be so kind as to not interfere in our work?
I want to find my sister.
And so do we, but unless you stop calling, neither me nor anyone else here will be able to do so.
But...
Because we have to answer your calls on the phone all the time.
So what are you going to do?
I'm going to tell you to stay off the line and let us do our job. Am I making myself clear?
Yes.
Goodbye, Miss Skovlund.
The first Dane in North America immigrated to Canada in 1916. A priest named Rasmus Jensen. Interesting. Hi, Rebecca.
Hej, Steven. Hvordan går det?
Det går godt, tak. Hvordan går det med dig?
Tja, det kunne gå bedre, siger du. Min søster er stadig forsvundet.
Whoa. Slow down. I'm not that fluent in Danish yet.
Oh, right. Well, things could be better. You see, my sister Louisa is still missing, and apparently the police doesn't want my help.
I see. Is there any news?
No, and it worries me. What if Louisa is in trouble? What if she had an accident? What if something happened to her?
I'm sure she'll be all right.
I don't know. I just have a terrible feeling, you know. Something is all wrong. What if she's dead?
Whoa, come on. We don't know that.
Would you help me finding my sister, Stephen? Maybe you could get some information from the police.
I'll try. I'll do my best. That is, if you don't mind me writing an article about it.
Oh, I do not mind. Thank you very much for helping me. I really appreciate it. Now, where do we start?
The letter.
The letter?
The letter.
Oh, that letter. Yes. How do I get to see the letter?
You could ask.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but we can't just give up.
Good evening.
Good evening, Father Eric. I'm sorry to disturb you at this time of night, but I have a question to ask you.
Preach the word. Be prepared in season and out of season. Correct, rebuke, and encourage with great patience and careful instruction.
Excuse me?
2 Timothy 4:2.
I see. Well, I spoke with Rebecca Skovlund.
Yes?
She told me that there was a letter from Louisa.
The letter. I must have forgotten to tell you about the letter in my state of exhaustion. I've been quite sick.
That is completely understandable, Father. Nevertheless, that letter is required by the police as evidence.
Of course. I shall see that you get it the first thing in the morning. Now, if you would excuse me, I have a sermon to prepare.
Of course. Have a great evening, Father Eric.
Goodbye, Officer Gibbs. If you fail to do this, you will be sinning against the Lord, and you can be sure that your sin will find you out. Numbers 32:23.
Officer Gibbs here.
Good morning. I would like to...
No, there are no news regarding your sister.
I see.
Goodbye, Miss Skovlund.
No, wait, please.
Yes.
Could I see the letter of my sister, please?
Miss Skovlund.
Just to identify Louisa's handwriting.
No.
But I do know my sister's handwriting. I do. Let me see the letter, please. Just a brief look at the letter, please.
I can send you a photograph of the letter.
Thank you.
On one condition.
What?
You promised not to keep caught in the office.
All right, fine.
Very well.
Yes. Yes.
What? This is not... No. This is all wrong. Hello, I would like to speak with Officer Gibbs, please. Put me through. It's an emergency.
Officer Gibbs here.
Hello, I am...
Miss Skovlund.
Yes, I have something to tell you.
I told you to stop interfering in this, didn't I?
Yes, but...
Then stay out of it.
Please listen. It's important.
Don't you have classes to teach, Miss Skovlund?
That has nothing to do with it. Now, if you would just let me...
No. If you call or interfere in this case once more, I will personally make sure you get arrested and are put behind bars until this case is solved.
But...
You are disturbing and even interfering in police work, which is illegal.
But the letter...
Do you not understand?
Stop calling or you'll be arrested. That woman.
There's still no trace of her. She's completely vanished. She doesn't pick up the phone. The police isn't doing anything to find her. They don't even want my help.
Oh, is that so?
I don't know what to do.
Well, there's one thing the police have respect for, it's the press.
Really? Why?
Because the press can reach the readers of the newspaper and thereby the whole community.
I see.
And I dare say real power lies with the journalists because their articles affect the opinions of the readers.
Right.
What about that new student of yours? Wasn't he a writer or an accountant?
Stephen?
Yeah, Stephen Myles. I've been reading some of his articles. Good stuff. Why don't you try to get him on your side?
I suppose I could ask.
He is our best hope.
Yes.
Hmm. Who was this Stephen Myles? It was about time we asked him some questions. Give me Johnson. Yeah, it's Gibbs here. Yes, I did read it. That's why I'm calling. Yes, I want you to track down this reporter. We know Stephen Myles here. I want to ask him some questions. He knows a little too much. Good. Yes. Thank you.
Hello, Father Eric. How are things going? Are there any news about our dear Louisa?
Unfortunately not, Father Noah. She left us.
Do you really believe that? But I read in the newspapers this morning that...
Do not spread false reports. Do not help a guilty person by being a malicious witness. Exodus 23:1.
Those who are on the path of those that hear.
And then the devil comes and takes away from their hearts, so that they may not believe and be saved.
Luke 8:12.
Hello? Yes, this is Father Eric speaking. How can I help you? No, Louisa hasn't returned home yet. Yes, I did read the newspaper this morning. Strange indeed, yes. I appreciate your concern. Brothers and sisters, as an example of patience in the face of suffering, take the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord.
James 5:10. May God be with you.
Gibbs?
Good day, Mr. Gibbs. This is Father Noah speaking.
Father Noah.
What a surprise. What can we do for you?
I'm calling you because I have some concerns.
You do?
Yes. Regarding Father Eric.
I understand. Yes, the most unfortunate situation.
But I assure you we're doing all we can to find Louisa.
Yes, I know. Your work is highly appreciated.
Unfortunately, there's no news yet, Father Noah. It's as if she just disappeared without a trace.
The Lord works in mysterious ways.
Yes. When was the last time you saw Mrs. Gottlieb, Father Noah?
It was at the baptism of Iris Jensen. No, it was the Friday her sons were leaving for St. Abraham's. She was waving them goodbye when I passed her.
I see. And how come, in your opinion, she didn't join Father Eric in the car?
I don't know. She had many tasks at home. She was always trying to do something special for her patients. She told me about a new patient that she had called James Bryant. But that's a completely different story.
And what did she do at her job, Father Noah?
She worked as a psychologist.
I see.
Hey, man. Everything okay?
Oh, buddy, I don't know.
Work giving you a hard time?
No, nothing like that. I'm going home for a bit.
Why?
My dad's really sick, and they don't know how much time he's got left.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Thank you, I appreciate it. And the last thing you want to hear, isn't it?
Of course.
I'm flying back to London on Tuesday.
For how long?
I don't know. As long as it's going to take, you know, probably until it happens.
Are you going to be okay?
Doubt it, but we'll see. To your point, though, I don't think work's going to be pleased.
Yeah.
I'm taking a leave of absence. Probably going to come back on sabbatical for a year. You know, spend some time with the family. And obviously that's after he's died. So in light of this, then I can get back to the important stuff.
Definitely.
Now, I think I can convince him to run some more of his stories, but Stephen, you're gonna have to step it up. You're gonna have to write something brilliant.
I'll do my best.
Well, that's all we can do. Anyway, I will let you go because I've got to check on the flights.
So you never saw Louisa the day she went missing?
No.
Right. Not even like walking to the car or at the window or anything?
No. No, not that I remember.
Do you speak to her much?
Just in passing, honestly. And I work at home. She's a housewife. When would we ever meet? I speak to her maybe once a year at the Christmas function.
So you go to Father Eric's mass?
Not as often as I should, but the occasional Sunday.
And Father Eric, what do you think about him? Could you put me in touch with him?
Well, I know he's really busy. I believe he takes appointments by referral only.
But could you?
Me? Well, I'm not sure I'd be the right person to. He has a sister-in-law you could speak to.
Could you help me? Please?
Hello, my son.
Father Eric. May I call you that?
Of course.
How are you today?
Not particularly well.
I'm sorry. That was a stupid thing to say. It's just a formality, force of habit. Of course, you're not well. Are you able to talk about it at all?
Sorry?
Your wife, Louisa, can you tell me anything about it?
You know what's happened.
Well, with all due respect, sir, I don't, really. I mean, a mother of two, a devoted wife, just disappearing without any warning. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm sure it makes even less sense to you.
Who do you work for?
The Daily Note. But I have a personal stake in this too. I feel like we owe it to Louisa to figure out what happened. And to Rebecca too.
Rebecca. Yes. How often do you go to church, Stephen?
Well.
It is sad, really. Rebecca, a good Christian name. She doesn't go to church. Sometimes I fear for her soul. She is on the wrong path, you know. Do not let her fool you, Stephen.
What?
As stated in Job 42:4. Listen now, and I shall speak. I will question you, and you will speak.
Father Eric.
Be careful, or you'll be enticed to turn away and worship other gods, and bow down to them. And then the Lord's anger will burn against you.
But...
Do you understand that? Such sin is the real crime of this world, Stephen. The world needs to be a safe place. Rebecca is on the wrong path. Louisa, she was going...
Yes?
She was going on a different path.
Can you be more specific, Father Eric?
The flesh is nothing but a worthless shell, a cage. Now, the soul is something else. Have you ever considered joining our Bible study group, Stephen?
I'll think about it. Hi.
I just remembered something.
Yes?
A few days after Louisa's disappearance, I met Father Eric as I was watering my garden. And he seemed really busy. And there was something different about him.
Something different, you say? How come?
Well, it's probably nothing important. It's just, he seemed so stressed out. And he usually doesn't. Now, I know he's a very busy man, but there was something different about him. He'd been out doing some grocery shopping, I assume. He's carrying 2 seemingly heavy bags from the local grocery shop.
I see. Did you talk to him?
Only briefly.
What'd he say?
Oh, it was some Bible quote. He always uses those. See, he's a very religious man. Well, obviously, as he is the priest.
Do you recall the Bible verse?
Yes. It was Hebrews 10. Something. I'm not entirely sure. Why?
I'm just curious. I like studying the Bible, so.
You do? You should consider joining the Bible study program. Father Eric hosts this every Sunday after the ceremony.
I'll consider it. Thank you.
And the case of Louisa, what do you have?
Well, sir, I have witnesses who claim to have seen Father Eric dropping something in the nearby area.
And did you check up on that?
We are already, sir.
Is that all?
No. We also spoke to some of the homeless people who attend Sunday Bible study.
The Bible study?
Yes, sir. Father Eric has a study group each Sunday.
I see. And what do they say?
Well, nothing much, except they've complimented the stew he served them last Sunday.
The stew?
Yes, sir. Father Eric always provides them with a free meal.
Huh. What kind of them?
Yes, for sure.
And is that all?
Not yet. The homeless people knew Louisa very well too, and as she was the one who usually cooked them the meal.
I see. And have any of them any information about Louisa?
Unfortunately not, sir. We questioned them all, and again, I apologize. The sister called again.
How convenient.
I told her off, sir, as ordered. We might need to go with a new strategy in this investigation.
It doesn't make sense. How can the wife of a priest just disappear without a trace?
All right, Hebrews 10. Google. Okay. If we deliberately keep on sinning after we have received the knowledge of the truth, no sacrifice for sins is led.
Someone should really start to pay attention in class.
Good evening, Rebecca.
Father Eric? What a surprise. Good evening. Is there any news regarding my sister yet?
No, unfortunately not.
I see.
Rebecca, stop asking people questions about Louisa.
What? How can you say that?
I only want what's best for everyone.
But...
The Lord spoke to Manasseh and his people, but they paid no attention. 2 Chronicles 33:10.
What are you talking about?
Rebecca, you should really join the Bible study group.
No, I don't really care what it says. I just want to find my sister.
A person's wisdom yields patience. It is to one's glory to overlook an offence. Proverbs 19:11.
Father Eric?
Yes?
Are you hiding something?
Rebecca, stop your silly questions. Someone could easily get in trouble.
What are you saying? Don't you want to find Louisa?
Say, you are my sister, so that I will be treated well for your sake, and my life will be spared because of you.
What? What nonsense is this?
Genesis 12:13.
That's not what I meant.
Not so? What do you mean, Rebecca? Really? Keep your faith in the right people.
Father Eric, do you know where Louisa is?
Why do you ask those silly questions, Rebecca? People can easily get in trouble.
The police will ask you too. Do you prefer answering them?
Rebecca, you need to watch your words and your steps. One never knows what might happen. I have to go now. Mind my words.
But good evening, Stephen. Have you found anything regarding my sister yet?
No, not really. But are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. I just had a conversation with Father Eric.
I see. And no news?
No, it just doesn't make any sense.
Okay, well, let's go through this one more time. Rebecca, okay, think about it.
I do that all the time. I have a constant headache.
Could Louisa have left Father Eric?
No, she wouldn't do that.
Could she have been in an accident?
No, that would have been in all of the newspapers.
Could Louisa be having an affair?
No, certainly not.
Did she go traveling and forget her phone?
No, she would never forget the children.
I will raise up for myself a faithful priest, who will do according to what is in my heart and mind. I will firmly establish his priestly house, and they will minister before my anointed one, always. Samuel 2:35.
I've spoken to a lot of people.
What did they say?
The strange thing is, none of them ever remember seeing Louisa leave the house on the day of her disappearance.
What? But that is impossible.
Well, it's impossible unless
Unless?
she never did leave the house.
What? Are you saying that she...
I'm saying it's a possibility.
Oh, God.
Latest news on the mysterious and unsolved case of the disappearance of the priest's wife. Written by Stephen Myles. What have we here? The letter, supposed to be her last notice, was not written by Mrs. Gottlieb? What the hell?
Oh my God. Mr. Gibbs, have you seen the latest edition of the Daily Note?
Yes, I have.
How come this reporter has all the information?
I was just wondering that myself. Get him in here. Apparently he knows more than we do.
Yes, yes.
Any more updates on that witness who claims to have seen Father Eric dump something?
Well, sir, he was a regular visit at the local bar, and he might have had a little too much to drink, and now he isn't sure anymore. I don't know what to do at this point.
I see. Get Stephen Myles in here now.
Yes, sir.
Father Eric here.
Father Eric, how are you?
Not particularly happy with today's headlines.
That is understandable, Father Eric, and I'm very sorry about this.
Have you never questioned those who travel? Have you paid no regard to their accounts?
Excuse me?
Job 21, 29. The answers are all there in the Bible.
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, I will see what I can do to prevent such future headlines, Father Eric.
Very well then. I wish you a good day, Officer Gibbs. May God be with you.
Thank you. And same to you, Father Eric. Those who travel. Mr. Myles, how are you doing today?
I don't understand what I'm doing here.
I read your article. You're quite the writer.
Thank you.
Very detailed. Even more so than our police reports. Caused a bit of a stir around the precinct.
Look, what do you want to know?
Do you know Mrs. Gottlieb?
No, I've never even met her.
You seem to know a lot about her life and her family.
I wrote an article about her.
I'm sure you didn't interview her yourself. She's been reported missing.
Well, no, I didn't.
You used to work in New York.
I did.
And you gave it all up and moved to Skovlund, a bustling metropolis of about 5,000 people. Why?
I'm here on assignment.
Why here?
Change of scenery. I read about tourism.
This is a far cry from tourism. Very detailed account of a missing person you allegedly never met.
I haven't ever met her.
She's got a sister, you know. Do you know about that? Does the name Rebecca Skovlund mean anything to you?
Yeah, she's my friend.
Your friend?
I take her Danish class.
You're studying the language? Why?
I told you I write about places. I want to understand everything I can about this place too.
Did Rebecca Skovlund ask you to write this article?
No, of course not.
All right, thank you, Mr. Myles, for your cooperation. You've been very helpful.
Come on.
Officer Gibbs here.
Hello, this is...
Rebecca Skovlund.
Yes. I would like to hear if you have any news.
How many times have I told you to stop calling?
I need to know, and that letter is not written by my sister. Do you have any suspects? That Father Eric is so...
Miss Skovlund, stop interfering and stop playing Sherlock Holmes.
I just want to know. Please try to understand. Have you done nothing at all? I have to read everything regarding my sister in the newspaper.
The one responsible for your sister's disappearance might be from outside our community, Miss Skovlund. Someone who knows too much and doesn't belong here.
Who?
I shouldn't have said that. Look, stop calling. If you call this office one more time, you will be arrested. That's a promise.
No, listen. Father Eric said that he...
I don't want to hear it. I've had enough of you.
But...
I've had enough of you.
But...
Goodbye, Miss Skovlund.
You have...
Woman.
Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Rebecca. What's up?
Well, the police don't want me to call them anymore, apparently.
I see.
But they have a suspect now. Someone from out of town.
What? No. No, are you kidding me? You can't be serious. Do you really believe that?
I didn't say that.
After all this time, after everything? I don't believe you.
I didn't say anything. I didn't.
Right, fine.
Look, Stephen, I'm sorry. I'm just stressed out. And Father Eric called me yesterday and he sounded almost threatening. I never heard him speak like that before. It frightened me and the thought of Louisa.
What? He threatened you? What did he say?
He said that I should watch my words and my steps and that one can easily get in trouble and to stop asking questions about Louisa's disappearance.
Well, I have an idea. If he had something to do with Louisa's disappearance, we have to make him confess, right?
Yeah, the police won't listen, that's for sure.
How well did you know your sister, Rebecca?
What kind of question is that?
Her style, clothing, her way of speaking. I assumed that her style was a little different from your natural style. You said that she was more religious, right?
Yes, she was very much involved with the church, but lately I had a feeling that she wanted to turn it down a little.
Really?
Yeah, yes. She said that Father Eric had changed.
Look, I have an idea. I need you to help me. It's a bit risky, but...
What is it?
Do you have any of Louisa's old clothes?
Actually, I do have a dress I borrowed. Once I looked after my nephews, and a key too. Why? What? No. No, no. I am not going to... No. No.
Well, do you have a better suggestion?
I won't do that. We cannot. The police is already... No. No, we just can't do that.
Dear God the Almighty, why will you not listen to your servant's prayers? Bring back our dear Louisa Gottlieb.
Rebecca. 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 Sister. Find me. You find me. Find my diary. What? Find my diary. Oh my God, Louisa.
What's going on?
It was horrible. She was all bloody. I saw her.
What are you talking about, Rebecca?
Louisa, of course. Stephen, I think she's dead.
You had a nightmare, Rebecca.
It was so real. She told me to find her and to find her diary.
I see. Can we talk about this in the morning? Or we could talk about it right now.
We have to find her diary, Stephen. We have to.
Okay. All right. A plan, but we have to be careful. Good evening, Father Eric.
Stephen, what a pleasant surprise.
I'm assuming you've read the story by now.
I have. It was interesting.
I'm hoping it'll help bring Louisa home.
Very truly, I tell you, the time is coming and is now come, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. John 5:25.
You're very dedicated to your text. As a writer, I admire that. Now, I didn't grow up religious, but I was wondering if there might be any more room in your Sunday Bible study.
There's always room. It's the best thing I do. We feed the homeless and help those who are in need.
Well, I'd love to write about it, to be honest. My new editor, he loved the piece, so maybe we could run a whole series on the church.
That would be wonderful. I'll tell you all about it.
Shit.
Pardon me. Louisa. Impossible. In pieces.
This is a confession. This is a confession.
What?
Rebecca. What are you doing here? Dressed as Louisa. Her diary in hand.
Where is she? What have you done?
You've read it. You've read it, haven't you?
What's your emergency?
There's a disturbance at Father Eric's house.
Father Eric again?
You have to believe me. He just confessed to killing her, and his sister-in-law is in there.
She was turning away from the church. She was having doubts.
Rebecca?
Yes.
You heard him say he killed her?
Yes, recorded it too.
Almost. Almost like those who were lost.
You monster, you are insane. Where is she? What did you do to her?
I saved her.
You killed her, didn't you?
Silence is sacred, Rebecca. I can save you too.
Well, he said he was her salvation. What else could that mean?
Right, run away. She's at the house. Let's go get her.
Rebecca Skovlund, you are charged on counts of obstruction of justice, interfering with police business, perjury, intimidation, intent to do harm, and the murder of Louisa Gottlieb. How do you plead?
Are you accusing me of having killed my own sister? Of course I'm not guilty.
Miss Skovlund, contain yourself. Stephen Myles, you are charged with obstruction of justice, interfering with police business, perjury, intimidation, intent to do harm, and the murder of Louisa Gottlieb. How do you plead?
I've never even been in the same room as Louisa.
Are you pleading not guilty?
I may have done some stupid things, things that I regret, but I'm not a murderer.
So you're pleading not guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
He didn't do it.
Miss Skovlund, please.
He didn't do it. He couldn't have.
Where is this coming from?
You, your own wife, the mother of your children. What have you done to Louisa? You murder!
Miss Skovlund, contain yourself or you will be dismissed.
She's right.
Pardon me?
I was Louisa's salvation.
What is this? A confession?
I saved her soul from an eternity in hell. Now I must do the same for our friend, Stephen. Absolve the innocent. My wife had begun doubting the importance of church. The evidence is in her diary. So I set her free, piece by piece.
Father, what are you saying?
As stated in Hebrews 10:26, if we deliberately keep on sinning after we receive knowledge of the truth, no sacrifice for sins is left. I did it. But I didn't do it alone.
Who else?
My Sunday Bible study group. Much like the body of Christ, Father Eric's famous meat stew. The body, the flesh, Louisa.
Is this a confession?
That's all I need to hear. Father Eric, you're under arrest.
Well, it was a pleasure as always, Father.
The pleasure is all mine, my son. Will I be seeing you Sunday?
Oh, yes, of course. Mr. Elias loves these pieces, by the way. He says they're a wonderful insight into your way of life.
I'm happy to help. Say hello to your children for me.
Hi.
Hi.
Hvordan går det?
But
Det er godt, Steven.
so I'm scheduled to fly out tonight. I want to get on an earlier flight, but I'll see what I can do.
That sounds absolutely great.
How are the boys?
Oh, they're doing well, I think. I don't think they know what actually happens.
Right.
Yeah, that's good, I think. We already decorated the house for Halloween.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I can't wait.
Great. They're both asleep now, so it's
Oh,
really quiet now.
that's a relief.
Yeah, indeed.
I don't really have any plans, so I'll probably just hang out, watch a movie until the flight comes. But
No, you can't sit in the office all day long. You have to go out and get some fresh air. That's good for you, you know?
you know what? You're right. I'm gonna go take a walk.
I am.
All right. See you at home.
See you at home.